Hello, Georgetown. I'm Beverly Enos, and this is Spotlight Georgetown. You can find us on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays at 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. on your local cable station. Because this is your local cable station, if you'd like to become part of the process and learn how to run the cameras or learn how to do some editing, we have a wonderful setup down here. Everything's free. We will train you, or they will train you, and you can become part of your own cable TV process. Now, today we're going to be talking to Lyn Lutrzykowski and Gary Secondino.
Very good.
Got it. We're going to be talking about the National Senior Network and a few other things. So, welcome.
Thank you.
It's nice to have you here. Now, Lyn also works with us at the station, so
Yes.
she's on the other side of the chair this time, so this is going to be a little different for her.
Nerve-wracking.
It's nerve-wracking for you?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we'll try to make it a little bit easier. How long have you been in town?
A little over a year.
And you have family here in town. You're married?
I'm married. I have a husband here, and I have other family in Topsfield.
Okay, so they're nice and close.
Yes.
Now, you work as an intern with this cable station,
Yes.
and you're also going to college
I'm going to college full-time.
full time. So you've
Yes.
got two different things going
I
on.
have a lot going on.
What got you interested in going back to school in the first place?
Well, I wanted to finish my degree. I had started an art degree back in the 60s, and I just floated for the last 30 years. And when I came back to Massachusetts from Florida, I decided that I wanted to finish my degree, and it's just something I always wanted to do.
An
So-
art degree. What type of art do you do?
Well, initially I was going into commercial art. I was going to do graphic arts. I was going to do websites. But once I got into college, I realized that my real strength is in writing. So I switched my major. Now I'm a journalist major.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
Now, where are you going to school?
Northern Essex.
How did you find out about the National Senior Network?
I had read something in the paper, and then somebody I knew was involved in it. And so I investigated it online and ended up calling. I called the 800 number, and that's how I found out about it. It was pretty easy to find out.
Okay, now we're going to turn to Gary. Now, you're here from the National Senior Network.
That's correct.
And where do you actually live?
I live in Lynn, Massachusetts.
Okay, so not too far away.
Not too far away.
And how long have you been involved with the National Senior Network?
I've just coming up on my 1-year anniversary.
Oh, okay, so you're a newbie too.
Yes, I am.
Just getting into it. What is the National Senior Network?
It's a program that is called the Senior Community Service Employment Program.
Okay,
CSEP for the acronym.
okay.
All right, and that's how I'll speak about it because it's much too big of a mouthful. So CSEP is a program that is from the Department of Labor. We administrate it, and we look for people who are 55 years of age and older who are unemployed and looking to get training to get back into being employed.
All right, now, so this comes out of what agency would people go to find out about it?
Well, they would call National Senior Network in Massachusetts, both in Essex and Middlesex counties, and just ask for information about the program.
So how did you get involved in it?
Well, I was unemployed.
That works?
Strange as it seems. And I was a program participant, and I decided to switch my career path from being in printing and publishing for over 30 years into workforce development. And I was able to make a successful transition thanks to National Senior Network. And I applied for a job with them, and they hired me.
So this particular program does a lot more than just let people go back to work or just let people go to college. There's lots of options.
It gives you a chance to reinvent yourself.
Something totally different that you never thought you'd ever be doing.
That's correct.
Wow. And I think a lot of people that are unemployed, whatever they were doing is closed off to them for whatever reason. So they need to reinvent themselves and find something new and maybe decide what you want to do when you grow up. You know, you haven't decided yet.
No,
I
haven't
understand
decided.
that.
No.
Now, how long has this program been going on?
The program has, it started in the 1960s under the Johnson administration.
Wow.
And now it is ongoing. It is part of the elder services. It is funded by the Congress through the Department of Labor. So it's been around for quite some time.
It sounds funny to have it connected with people that are 55 and older when you're talking elder services, but as we get up there, does the program have specific goals?
Well, the number one goal is to find these people who want to re-enter the workforce, get them the training that they request, that they need, and to set out the goals along the way to allow them to become job ready, and then to assist them with their job search.
Now, does this always involve going back to school, or maybe it's at some other type of training, or?
Well, the training would consist of being placed at a training agency that we work with. And those can be either a nonprofit or a governmental organization. And they work for 20 hours a week, and we pay them $8 an hour to get the on-the-job skills to move forward with their job search.
Great. Now, is that the type of thing that you're doing, or yours is a different type of internship?
No, that's what we're doing here.
Okay. Who is eligible? Anybody over 55 that's unemployed that wants to apply for the process?
There is a income guideline that we have to meet as well. And our mandate is to serve those people most in need. So the income guideline is 125% of the federal poverty guideline. So for a single person, that would be an annual income of about $13,583.
Okay. And again, over 55 and unemployed. And what's the application process itself?
It's very simple. Call us up and we do a referral over the telephone, find out some basic information, make sure you meet the guidelines, invite people in for an intake process, and that's where we get into all of the documentation, making sure that you're eligible to work in the United States, you are who you say you are, and then we have the discussion about what have you been doing with your life, what do you want to be doing, and then we take it from there.
Okay, that doesn't sound too tough. How was that process for you? How easy was it for you to do this application?
It was really easy. It took a little bit of time because there was a transition going on when I first applied, but they did most of the work. Somebody came down and talked to Janet, did all the paperwork. It took, I think, about 3 weeks for me to finally get working here.
So they did the placement here?
I actually came to Janet to talk to her, which is unusual, isn't it? Like most people, you guys find a placement for people, but I found my own placement because I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to be in town, and I wanted to learn how to edit and use the cameras, and I wanted to learn everything that's available here.
Now, how does that connect with your writing degree that you're going for?
Well, it doesn't now. It's like out the window.
Okay.
But I do the press releases for your show.
Yep.
And I do some writing. Not a lot, but it helps. I mean, it's all creative and artistic, and I like what I'm doing. So.
Now that's here at the station.
Yes.
And about how many hours a week do you work here?
20.
Okay.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's behind the cameras, sometimes it's editing. You're doing that yet?
I've learned how to use TriCaster, which is what we're doing right now. And that took me about 2 months to learn, but now I know it pretty well. And Janet is a really good teacher. She really is.
Yeah.
And for people that want to learn it, they should come up and take some lessons from Janet.
For
she's
Janet.
really good. Yeah. She's an excellent.
She is. She's very easy. She's very easy to work with.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Gary, how does this affect Social Security payments, or does it?
Well,
if someone's collecting Social Security?
That's a difficult question to answer, but it depends on the type of Social Security that you're receiving.
Okay.
And there's many different kinds, so I really can't comment on what effect it would have because everyone is different.
Every situation is different and different types of payments.
Correct.
Now, what type of person, what is the typical age of the people? You said you have to be over 55, but what's the typical age?
The general age is about 60 years of age, but we have people who are in their 70s on our program, and more and more younger people are coming in thanks to the baby boom generation.
That's me.
Yeah, and one thing I wanted to point out, even though people come in and they get an assignment, and perhaps the assignment is, well, maybe doing TV production, and then they decide to take a course and switch their focus. It's okay because they're getting current information on their resume, and we can always adjust the individual employment plan that we make with each individual participant to reflect the new goals.
So they're not locked into always becoming what originally they said they wanted to do.
That's correct.
They can make some changes
Absolutely.
and work around a little bit.
It's life.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? What do you think the biggest benefit is for you right now, working with this program?
Putting me in a learning mode. I'm always learning something new, so it keeps my mind active. Networking, meeting different types of people. Doing this show, I get to meet all different types of people that, you know, that you interview. So it just like keeps me out there, and I love that, you know, because I have a tendency to like stay home and watch TV if I don't do anything. So coming to work, you know, working with really good people. I love who I work with. It's a fun group. We have a good time, and it's just, I don't know, it's just gratifying.
In fact, the next question was going to be, what do you like about working here? But I guess you already answered that one.
There you go.
It's a combination. Now, how can people find out about this? Is there a website or a phone number, an 800 number, or?
Sure. The telephone number for the Lyn office is 781-592-5700.
Okay, so people can call that office. Now, is that the closest one to Georgetown?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Mhm.
Because quite often things come out of either Haverhill or Lawrence or Lowell, but Lyn is the closest for this particular program.
Lyn is the office that handles Essex County, so we
Okay.
have southern and northern Essex County.
Now, what do you think the biggest benefit is to the people that come through your door?
Oh my goodness. Lyn was just talking about that, about getting out and getting out into the community again and becoming part of the community, plus learning a lot. So they, as I said earlier, have that chance to reinvent themselves and take part of life and have more fun with it.
Is that what's going on?
Yeah, I'm having fun here. It's a fun job.
Yeah, it is. Now, you've said before that you really don't know what you want to do when you grow up type of thing. But
Right.
you have to have some short-term goals, like
Oh,
graduating or something.
graduating, yeah, definitely.
How far along in the school process,
I
the
have-
college process are you?
I have 2 more semesters.
And when
I'll be
you
done.
applied for that, did they take previous credits or life
Yes.
experience, or
They took
what was that
previous
part
credits.
of
Yeah. I have credits from art school. I went to art school, and then over the years, I would take a course here and there. So I don't have that many courses that I have to take. I have 2 more semesters, and I'll be done. So yeah, I matriculated. Is that the word?
it? Okay.
Yeah.
And then what do you think you want to do?
I want to write. That's really what I
Write
want to.
for newspapers or novels or radio or television?
Magazines, newspaper. I'm taking a journalism course this semester and a course in short story writing. So I'll see where my strength is. I like doing research. My last paper, I had to do a paper on the Beatles. So I got to go into doing research on, you know, what happened during the 60s and the Beatles. And I really enjoyed that part of the whole process. So
And were you part of the Beatles generation?
I was,
As I was?
of course,
Mhm.
yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. We're not going to sing the songs, but
Lovely Rita.
lovely Rita Meterday. One of our favorites. So it's very goal oriented, the whole process, the whole program.
Absolutely.
But the biggest goal is to have people find a job that they can keep, that they can enjoy.
Exactly, that they can enjoy and be happy about going to work and be back in the workforce again.
Do we know what percentage unemployment we have in Massachusetts?
I think it's about 9.3 at this point.
That's what I heard.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So there are lots of people out there that could use this type of an opportunity.
Yes, but it does seem that the people of the 55 and older generation are the ones that are still remaining unemployed. So I hope that this does get the message out to them that they can come and contact us.
Any idea why that is, other than companies don't want to hire someone that's only going to work for a few years?
Well, that may be part of it, and I think that it's an ageism that is just there in our land at this point. So we're trying to do the best we can with it.
Okay. Anything else that you want to add?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I'd like to thank you very much for coming.
Well,
Thank you for joining us.
for asking
Good
me.
information.
And
Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming up.
Very happy.
I'm Beverly Enos, and if you are over 55 and looking to reinvent yourself, this is where you go. This is Spotlight Georgetown. Don't forget, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Thank you so much for joining us today, and bye for now.
Every day the world changes, every day something new happens, something new is developed, something different happens, and older people, working people, mature people, whatever you want to call them, are very much a part of that. They're a part of it every single day in every single way, and let's never forget that.
Come gather round people wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you have grown, and accept it that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time to you is worth saving, then you better start swimming or you'll sink like a stone. For the times they are a-changing.
People have this misconception that the minute you get over 60 and you're a senior, that you're old and you're useless. That is absolutely not true.
Certainly not the case. Not only are they not slow, they are embracing change, and they have an uncanny willingness to learn.
No telling who that it's naming. For the loser now will be later to win. For the times they are a-changing. Come senators, congressmen, please heed the call. Don't stand in the doorway, don't block up the hall. For he that gets hurt with he who has stalled. There's a battle outside and it's raging. It'll soon shake your windows and rattle your walls. For the times they are a-changing.
Mature workers are, number one, they're on the ball. They're very reliable, dependable.
In fact, we're much more dedicated employees. We work harder. We enjoy our work. We appreciate the work.
I see mature workers blossoming in the realm of technology and learning new things, and I'm just really pleased that they're able and willing to take risks.
Mature workers are sort of like the utility players of baseball teams or other sports teams. They can do a lot of different things because they have a lot of different experiences.
You won't be disappointed. The seniors are very dedicated. We're proud of what we do, and we're very accommodating to the business we work for and the people we work with.
Mature workers are great workers. Hire them.